Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Chrissy, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my daily skincare routine and kind of walking you through the story of my skin and how I dealt with my hormonal acne and all of that jazz. I have never had good skin from a very young age. I started getting pimples when I was about 8-9 years old, and then that developed into acne, and going into my teenage years and even well into my 20s, I would get very bad hormonal cystic acne. I will put up some photos of what my skin used to look like. I don't have many. I never used to take when I was at my worst, because I would never feel good enough to take photos, and then in hindsight I'd be like, I should have taken some. But my skin has gone through so much over the past few years, and I really feel so much better about it now, and I thought that I would share with you some of the things that I've done to help it get so much better. Some of them were within my control, others weren't, I'm not going to lie. But just taking good care of my skin, I noticed, made such a big difference. I foolishly did not take good care of my skin as I was growing up. Until I was in my early 20s, I used to sleep with my makeup on. I used to use cheap cleansing products and things that you just find at the supermarket, things that aren't necessarily optimized for, bad skin. And I mean, it was obviously very stupid of me, because if you don't have good skin, you should really take good care of it, but I just couldn't ever be bothered. Until about a bit over 3 years ago, my mum very kindly treated me to a little skincare hamper of Clarins products, and I have not stopped using them since. Over the course of the past 3 years, there have been some products that I've changed, and I tried a few different ones until I found the right product. And the products that I'm going to show you today are the ones that I have been using consistently for over a year now. They have made such a big difference, and even though they might not have been the only contribution towards getting, removing my acne, basically, they have improved the quality of my skin. They have made such a big difference, and admittedly, even just giving myself that little bit of, even just 5 minutes every morning and every evening, makes such a big difference, even for my mental health, which helps your skin as well, I suppose. So I'm going to show you all of the stuff that I use. None of this is sponsored. Like I said, I have been using these products for over 3 years. They are all by Clarins, and I just wanted to share with you how much of a difference they have made. Before I do go into my actual skincare routine, I just wanted to share the other contributors to my skin being so much better that were out of my control. I have been on the pill on and off to help my acne. I wasn't on it for several years in a row, and I did have to try a few different ones. I also have polycystic ovaries, and so I would take it for that reason as well, and it always helped my skin. There were some pills that made it worse, but when I would find the right one, they would make my skin much better. Then obviously, when we wanted to start trying for a baby, I stopped it. I did come off it, and my acne had flared up again quite badly before that. But then when I got pregnant, it completely disappeared. So obviously, hormones are not something that you can entirely control. I mean, skincare is great and very, very important, but when there's a problem that is something like hormones, obviously just taking care of your skin isn't going to be the be-all and end-all to your recovery. So I just want to be very clear about that. 6 months postpartum, I got my first period. Funny story, actually, I already recorded this video, and the week later I got my first period postpartum, so I just scrapped it and said I'll film it again in a few months' time once I understand what's going on with my skin much better. My acne did come back again once my period kicked in. It's still very inconsistent, and my skin is still much better than it used to be before, so I'm quite sure that the hormones have played a very big part in this. But I did definitely notice a huge improvement when using these products. And so without any further ado, I'm going to get into my actual daily skincare routine. So I always find that your skincare routine, like in general, your routine, starts in the morning, but what actually helps you start it in the morning is what you do the night before. So even though my morning routine starts with these products, if I wouldn't have done my evening routine in the way that I like to do it, I have to change everything from the morning, and I just feel like my skin is not in the best state that it could be. So I try to really stick to this as religiously as possible. I always regret it when I don't. I mean, just missing one day can make a huge difference. So I'm going to show you what I use. So first thing in the morning, because my skin would have already been deep cleansed in the evening, and all I would have is, any sebum that would have come out overnight, maybe a bit of sweat, oil, and the leftover moisturizer from the night before, I always like to wipe my face with a hot cloth. I use my reusable makeup remover pads. I just open all my pores and wipe anything away. And then I use my cleanser. This is micellar cleansing water. I think that's how you pronounce it, micellar. I don't know, but this is the one that I use. It is a cleanser, and it is also it can also act as a toner, which I really like. So I use this every morning, and then right after that I use my mattifying hydrating cream. I love the consistency of these. I love the smell. I'm not sure if you can, yeah, you can see it there. They feel really nice and soft on your skin. These have just really worked for me. These are part of the range that I discovered 2 years ago, and I've been using them every day since. I do really like them. I like the feel of them, and I find that they have made the overall quality of my skin so much better. So this is a morning must-have. I use mattifying because I have very oily skin, extremely oily skin, and I need to use mattifying things, but then I can't not moisturize because I've got like combination skin. It's weird. It's oily but flaky. I can never understand what's going on, especially in the colder months. I really need to make sure that it's moisturized but not oily. So anyway, and then after that, I don't use this daily anymore because I found out that this has been discontinued. This is the last one I found, and I am heartbroken over it, but it's amazing. So this is a blur and matte stick. You can see it there, and this, I mean, it smells so good. It smells of strawberries. It leaves my skin feeling like velvet. I'm not even exaggerating. It just feels incredible, and it helps to mattify and just add an extra protective layer over my skin, over my pores, and it helps to prevent the oil from getting like too oily. Terminology is not my my forte, guys. So just, I mean, I assume you know what I'm talking about. And anyway, so that is my very quick morning routine, not much to it. And then right after that, I always do my makeup. I apply makeup every day, pretty much. It's just a basic full face, nothing too heavy, but I do apply this every day. So then in the evening, I make sure I do a good cleanse. I have my shower in the evening, and I like to do this routine while I'm in the shower itself. And I always start with my gentle foaming cleanser. This is a very light exfoliant. It's got little like beads in it that help to really scrub and properly cleanse the skin, but it is a gentle one, and it can be used every day. This can even be used twice a day, but I don't feel that it's necessary since I use my other cleanser. So I do this and I let it foam really well. I try to leave it on for a little bit, and then I wipe it all off again. I have actually a Clarins face cloth that I use, and I just wipe it off with that. If I'm washing my hair, I just rinse it off with my hands. And then especially on days when I have heavier makeup, like if I use something thicker, mostly on weekends, or if I would have reapplied my makeup throughout the day, then I use this cleanser as well. This is a very good cleanser. I find that this helps to remove eye makeup, like my waterproof mascara and things like that, much more. Doesn't come off completely, but I'll tell you what I do then. But it really helps to get it all out. So I come out of the shower with panda eyes after this, usually, especially when I have a lot of mascara on. It's another cleanser, so essentially I don't need to use it every day. Like I said, I use it when I have heavier makeup, or if I would have applied you know, a bit more, or if I would have reapplied it throughout the day. But this is, so it's 2 cleansers, it's basically 3 cleansers. Because then, once I'm out of the shower, especially for the panda eyes, I go in with this one again, my Remove, the one that I use in the morning. And again, this just helps to remove the last bit of makeup that would be left over, and also it acts as a toner on my skin, so I do that. And then I use my Recharge Relaxing Sleep Mask. This is almost finished. It's just got the last bit left. I've just ordered a new one, which I should be getting next week. And again, I love the way that it leaves my skin feeling, and it is, you know, it just, I feel like I'm really taking care of my skin, and I have noticed such a big difference since using these. And that is basically my everyday skincare routine. There are a couple of other things that I use every now and then, and I'm going to show them to you. One of them is the SOS Pure Rebalancing Clay Mask, which looks like that. This is almost finished as well, so I need to get a new one. I use this maybe every couple of weeks. I tell myself I'll do it every weekend. I don't. I should, but I just don't. But this is one that you leave on for like a good 10 minutes while you're doing other things. It's important that you relax while you do these things, while you leave it on. And then I wipe it off with some warm water as well. And another product that I really love, but I haven't replaced this because it's a little bit pricey, and this is just, it's got like maybe the last 2 or 3 uses in it, but this Pore Control Serum, I feel so influencery, hey. Obviously you can tell I'm not used to this because it's not focusing, but there we go. Okay, so this is another one that makes my skin feel like velvet. To be honest, I got this to replace this one because this is a proper serum. Serums tend to be a little bit more pricey, but this, absolutely stunning. The way that it leaves my skin feeling and smelling, and it just, I find that it really helps to, you know, protect those pores, especially since mine are very big, very wide, and they get very dirty, obviously, and very oily and all of that. I really like that. I should get it again. I hope I will soon, but you know, with a baby, I tend to not prioritize serums financially, so at least I've got everything else going on. This range that I use, the My Clarins range, they are the, I would say, cheaper range from all the products that they have. You know, and I find that even though they're a bit more affordable, they are still absolutely fantastic in terms of the quality and the feel of them, and honestly the results have been really, really satisfying, so I'm very happy with that. That is basically my skincare routine. This has been a very different video. I don't usually do stuff like this. I focus a lot on motherhood, and I want to reach other people as well. There is more to my life other than being a mom, which is, you know, can you even believe it? Because it's all I ever talk about. Having a baby kind of takes over your life in a good way, but I'm trying to regain the other parts of myself that maybe I forget that even exist. So let me know if you have enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see more stuff like this as well. I could do, you know, like my daily makeup routine, which I have managed to master in under 7 minutes. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time.